Hey everybody, it's Alex Miller at Cap. Today I have some roundabout feedback on centers of excellence for you. And then I'd like to make a very tangible and honestly very high conviction suggestion about what you can and maybe should do with yours, especially if you're just getting started and you don't have a ton of devoted resources. So a while ago, I made a video talking about the Center of Excellence context with a view on generative AI. And one bit of slightly disgruntled feedback I got from a number of people, and I think it's absolutely legit, I've seen these things myself, is that in practice, a center of excellence for a hot new technology is not something that has dedicated time and personnel, so it turns into some group of people has to put on a show of doing something with generative AI on top of their other duties, and it can be pretty dysfunctional and people have a bad time. To some degree, this is just the world we live in that resources are never unlimited, especially in the short term, and if wishes were horses, beggars would ride. But what can we do about this? So let me revisit another thread that I've been pounding on. I think this is honestly really important, and there's a lot of value. There's a lot of companies out there that have employees doing things that work with generative AI just on their own initiative in ways that are kind of dangerous. Doing things on a personal account, data is getting exfiltrated. Sooner or later, something bad is going to happen to somebody because of these dynamics. At the same time, you can talk to tons of people that are doing really amazing things with generative AI at their work. And there's just not really anywhere for this extra productivity to go. There's not a lot of culture or machinery for management to respond to these de facto newly skilled up and enabled employees. So, just in general, if you're not sure that you are not one of these categories, you probably are, especially if you're a big but not that big company. And I would really just beg you to sniff around and talk to people and do something about it. Which brings us back to the center of excellence idea and the reality that center of excellences often don't have devoted personnel. One great thing to ask some team to do that provides value like a center of excellence, but is also very consistent with people having other responsibilities, is start looking for ways to use generative AI in your work. Communicate with other teams about what they're doing. Communicate, if you have time, with compliance people about things you're not supposed to be doing and ways you're not supposed to be doing them. This has the benefit of it's not directly a lot of extra time. It naturally combines with other work, especially if you're a software engineer or a data scientist. There's definitely pretty well vetted ways to get a lot of value out of generative AI that people are already doing. And once again, it fits pretty well with, you're not doing this stuff full time. Yes, you have other responsibilities. And then once again, I think this is really important, and there's a lot of value sitting on the table out there in terms of your employees are taking the initiative on this. It's very famous at this point. There's a lot of passionate tinkerers out there, and I'm always out there pounding the pavement trying to talk to people to give you guys a view on what the mean streets of using AI in the workplace are really like. And it screams to me that there's a lot of value out there that business leaders need to be intentional about trying to pick up and regulate.